Going
Tim's
live.
gonna facilitate
Unmute
daw kasi.
myself now.
We're actually going live. I think we're live, right? No, we're live.
Were we live?
Oh yeah, we are live. All right, we're live, right? Ba't nawawala-wala yung audio?
109.9.
Oh no no no. Okay, I got this. Don't say that, man.
What?
I
Oh,
don't know.
I see.
Anyway, hey guys, we're not 101. We're not 109.9. We are the Good AM Project. So welcome to another episode. You're here with your boy Anton Macalino, your host, and you know the main cast. Say hi, guys.
Hey, what's up? Facebook.com/KIPOIITV if you want to see Valorant content and streams.
That's right.
Oh, it's me. Hello. My name is Tony. What's up, guys? Tim, go.
My name's
Take it away.
Tim. IGN. Suck my left, not 420.
That's right. Anywhere you see Suck My Left Not 420, it's probably Tim. So, you know. And
Mhm.
today we have a special guest. He's a fellow podcaster. Introduce yourself, sir. Give a shout out to your podcast as well.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thanks for inviting me here. Nice to be here on the Good AM Project. My name is Bob, by the way, Bob Kilapio. Yeah, we got together, I think, from one group, which is Podcast PH. And yeah, I do a podcast over at the Fort Project Studio. I mean, the Fort Project Facebook page. You can also check me out on IG, Bob underscore the Fort Project. So there you go. For your daily motivational, inspirational, whatever, check me out.
That's right. So we decided to invite Bob here because you know how the Good AM Project works. We usually talk about our perspective on life, or we use our memories and moments to explain how we feel about these certain things. So since I noticed that Bob usually talks about life in a different way, because here we're super explicit, like absolutely no filter on our podcast. We just wanted to take him here and see what his views in life is. Especially like we have an age gap with Sir Bob. How old are you?
Now I hate you guys. Now I freaking hate you.
You just had to mention
I'm
it.
sorry.
Okay. Maybe I didn't have to mention. We
You
don't have
had
to.
to
But
say
we,
that.
we have an age gap, like
Light
maybe
jab.
like 3 years, like 4 years. It's just one college graduation away, something like that. Yeah, but
Yeah, I'm 41. I'm good with it. I'm 41. Still kicking, man. Still kicking, man. Still doing it, making things happen, man.
that's right.
Prime age, baby. Let's go.
And we're at like our 20s, so that's we actually do want to hear like maybe advice from him, maybe different, because he's experienced life a lot more than us, so we just want to hear what he has to say as well, you know. So
Maybe I need to say no to like guesting for like the young podcasters like you guys
Yeah.
starting today.
It's like
I should say no.
it's like
he's been brought over to be our dad there.
it's
So-
like you just expose him, no, it's not even like, oh yeah. So today we do have a topic, and we have our topic giver. It's like his only job in this podcast so far.
No.
But go, Tony, give us the
Yeah.
topic for the day for a while.
Okay, since we want to ask, things about life, diba? I just wanted to know what did you feel like when you were at our age, that 20s age? What was it like? Did you have life, figured out?
I thought at first at that time, and because I got in radio really really young, 18 years old, I got into FM radio broadcasting. So my background is 13 years in FM radio broadcasting as a radio DJ. And when I got into the media at 18, at 21, 22, I thought I'm the man, But looking back now, thinking of all the shit that I did, I'm stupid, man. I'm so freaking stupid. At 22, it lasted for 7 years with no savings. You know what? Like
Yeah.
Filipinos, what they usually say, "Basta masaya lang."
Yeah.
That's
Bigo
that's
lang.
what I did. That's what I did. 1998, I was 18, and then it lasted until 2005, I think. And during those times, like party hosting, bar live events, girls, events. I mean, purely 100% stupidity, man. That's all I can say.
This
Uh, can I ask a personal question? What is the fourth project all about?
Well, my name is Luciano G. Kilapio the Fourth. That's why.
Okay,
Oh.
okay. Yeah,
So
this
that's
might be
basically
like
me.
a good time also to say why it's called the Good AM Project. Because
Yeah,
people
why?
might be wondering. It's not because it's gonna be done in the morning. Like if you guys notice, like you more regular listeners, we've never done an episode in the morning. Like never in our life. But it's
Mm.
called the Good AM Project because my name is Anton Macalino, so it's AM, and that used to be like a radio kind of name, and it just kind of caught on. It became like a stage name, so it caught on. When I was asking for suggestions, people were like, "Bro, why don't you just call it the Good AM Project?" I was like, "All right, whatever, man." It's the first suggestion that like clicked in my head, so that's why it's called the Good AM Project. But speaking about feeling like you were the man when you were at our age, to the other members, like to you guys, do you guys think that we're gonna feel that way when we're like 40? Like, "Tang, we were so stupid, tangina, ganun."
I mean,
Well,
the
for
moment he
sure.
said he felt stupid, I snapped, man. Because that's how I feel right now. I'm the shit. I'm like, wait, I'm not the shit? Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
stupid.
You remember how we were talking about in the last episode? We were like, "Tangina, you don't have to be alpha, bro. Like, you just have to feel like you're the shit, bro."
Yeah.
What if
You
we're
you know
not the
why?
shit?
Because after graduating from high school, because we were on the poor side of the community, right? So 15, 16, 17, 18, I graduated 18, which means I had to stop 2 years in high school. The regular high school would be graduating from high school at 16, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So 2 years stopped in school and then graduated at 18. The main goal, the job, is to get a job, try to get a work.
Mm.
Yung tipong parang may silbi ka na. And then, that's why I felt 2021, 19, I'm the man because I got a job. Isa na akong part ng lipo na may silbi at that time. And I thought I was, I'm doing it, man. I'm right here. I'm getting paper, So, and this is my dream job. I started listening to Magic 89.9 in the Manila area when I was 13
Mhm.
and then landed at radio at 18. So, to my head, man, I made it happen. My goal, my dreams, it did materialize somehow, and I'm doing it. So, interviewing Gary V, all the other bands, South Border, Freestyle, they come to the studio to promote the album, to promote a concert event. So, I'm the man. But now, I'm 41. I'm stupid at that time.
I see.
Really, I think based on that statement, because I read something, it's about, we live our lives trying to chase goals. What we don't realize is that we just make up our goals so we have something to do with ourselves. So like the goal is not the point, but it's parang our journey to get there.
To get to the
That's
goal.
where it all rotates. Yeah. So like once you get the goal, it doesn't really, you won't feel happy at all. Like you'll feel a bit of joy, but then it's not what you expected because it's the journey we're actually craving for. It's psychological, not like philosophy and stuff.
I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. A lot of my batchmates, they graduated from college, maybe high school, and then they get that diploma, that paper. But then again, they don't have work. They're jobless. And me at that time, I think I was kind of doing okay. I was kind of doing okay. It's provincial rate. It's not that much, but I'm getting paper. I'm getting paid, and I'm doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
It's just what 3 hours of the show, 4 hours of the show, and that's it. I'm done for the day. I have the weekend. So to me, it's not an 8 hour job. I don't have paperworks. I don't have Word or Excel or PC or I mean, that's to me is yeah, you sit there, air condition, you play song, you do some shout outs, and that's it. You go out and then you party. So I was okay, but now the age, as they say, the age you get the knowledge, and then the knowledge turns into wisdom. It's just that
Yeah.
looking back at this age now, 41, I could have done so much more, not just
Mm.
radio, but it was a good experience. It was a good 7 years of my first radio career.
So I have
Um,
a question also. So like for the people, I mean, everybody has different circumstances and shit, you know, but there are a lot of people that don't finish college even if their family wants them to, and they end up taking jobs, ganyan, you know, doing these kinds of things, right? What would be your like advice to these kind of people? Because some people say that education is like the great equalizer when it comes to these kinds of things, right? But for the people who can't finish college or they choose not to, what would be your advice towards these people when taking a job or trying to get through life, ganon, or yung umaasenso sa buhay, ganon?
I think the mindset of me at that time, up until now, I gotta work twice as hard because I don't have diploma, I don't have that paper, I don't have that validation that I graduate from a school. So I need to really perform. Okay, what are my skills? What are my weaknesses? What are my strengths? Saan ba ako magaling? At that time, that's my mindset. Up until now. So you're chasing a dream or a goal that you always need to prove yourself. And good thing on my part, on my station at that time, the station manager really gave me my first shot in radio. They trained me, they spent time with me. So yeah, it's also trying to find the right circle if you wanted to, make that dream a reality. So yeah, you gotta work twice as hard. Man, nowadays, this is a good thing. Like I said, of the broadcast, that you don't have that big radio station, big network of TV to be able to be a radio DJ, an anchor, a newscaster, influencer, podcaster, or content creator, or a YouTuber. This is technically a bedroom slash studio slash office. So this is where I usually do my meetings, Zoom calls, or whatever, trainings, orientations, and whatnot. So bedroom, man, bedroom. This is a bedroom, but it doesn't look like a bedroom on camera. So yeah, smart people are getting smarter nowadays on this crisis season, and it's just sad that some people are just waiting for. There are three types of people: people who make things happen. The second one is people who, the first one is people who let things happen. The second one is people who make shit happen. And the third one is the people who ask, what happened? Alam mo yun? Ano nangyari?
They just complain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that goes for anything. Like, diba, we had like the subtle art of like not giving a fuck, diba, ganyan. It's like you gotta do what you wanna do no matter what people say. It's like work silently, and then they see you rise, and then they'll be like, oh yo, what the fuck, how'd you do this? When at first they were like bashing you and shit, but then when you get through it, when you finally achieve what you wanted to achieve, they're gonna start asking you, how'd you do it, ganyan. Those type of people
Also, you talked about those three types of people. Based on the generation we have and the era that we have right now, what would be your what would you let the people? Sorry. What type would you let the people choose so that they flourish in life? Out of the three types of people you've mentioned,
Make shit happen.
Yeah,
What should
obviously the second one. And I admire you guys, the millennials. You guys are the bomb, all right? You guys make shit happen. Now, the only problem with you guys, not just you guys, in general, millennials, the patience is not there yet. For example, a YouTuber, influencer, whatever, doing a vlog for 6 months or a year, and he doesn't get to like 50,000, 100,000, like 1 million subscriber viewers, they would quit. This batch of people needs to understand that there is a process. In any types of situation, yung nanay hindi pwede manganak ng 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. It has to be 9 months. So there is a process. Manny Pacquiao started when he was 14, 15, and now he's 40, 43, 42. There is a process if you want to get to that level. But aside from that, you guys are good. You guys are, making shit happen nowadays. You guys are full of ideas, and you love executing things.
Right. Actually, that's a good thing to say, because when we were starting this podcast, or when we were starting to take this podcast seriously, I was telling the others that, like, for the first few months, maybe a year, we won't be big, you know, like we won't go big overnight. So we just have to be consistent. There are like days when we might hate doing it, but we have to do it because, you know, it's like a goal or something we're passionate about. So I guess, you know, things take time talaga.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a labor of
You
love,
just
man.
gotta work on it.
Yeah,
And
it's a
you know
labor.
how I know we will have already made it, man. Once we get the same background as Kuya Bob here, man.
Yeah,
Then
true.
I would be really
You know what's
proud.
funny? It's when it's like if you're a single person, I guess. Like let's say one of us has it. It's not yet there. We're supposed to.
Yeah.
All of us
All-
are supposed to have
yeah,
it.
man.
Like, damn, we finally.
You know, I saw
have
it, right? When I first saw it, I was like thinking, where should I?
Yeah, man.
Saan kaya ako pupwesto para, you know?
Yeah, so it looks as good.
I'm
as
looking
yeah.
for like
Yeah,
your
man.
wall.
Planning to go to my bathroom na lang ata just to match it eh.
Yeah, but when people see us, it's like, I don't know, tangina, it's the Illuminati, oh. It's like, broken balls. We look like so elite.
No, when they look at us, right? They look at Bob's like screen, right? His window. They'll be like, tanginang chipipay naman ng Good AM project.
Yeah.
We're the guest, you know, we're the guest of ano eh.
Yeah, it's like
Bob-
he's the host and then we're the guest. That's how it looks at this point.
You know what,
Yeah.
bro? It's not getting ahead. It's getting started. So no matter what the setup, the lighting, the microphone, you are starting it and you are doing it. All right. So it gets better. It gets better as you stay on the course of getting views, subscriber, or solid community right here on the Good AM Project. And I mean, it's good, man. I started with a shitty equipment also, and this is just my a little upgrade that I did right here at the studio. But yeah, it's all good, man. It's not getting ahead, it's getting started. And most people, this is the sad part, yung pag-uumpisa hindi nila kayang gawin.
Yeah.
Get the ball rolling,
Most
yeah.
people, when you overthink and you analyze, this is what I usually say, people. When you analyze, you paralyze. Wala akong mic, wala akong ilaw, wala akong monitor, wala akong, and then the next thing you know, 6 months to a year, wala siya nagawa, wala siya umpisahan. Not even a single episode.
Right.
Mm.
So to the people, if anyone's listening on Spotify right now, you've probably heard our first episode. There's like echo and shit, but at least we're progressing and we're learning. It's a learning process for us. So just like, hopefully for
Yeah,
our
man.
regular listeners, just stay
Regarding
tuned.
that, I've met so many people na let's say they want to do podcasts, they want to do a game like
Stream.
stream, yeah. But then they don't spend money on that. They say na wala kasi akong pera eh. But
Right.
then on some points na they'll just go out, they'll spend money on some like bullshit. Like they can utang money. They can loan huge amounts of money, but then there's no point in doing that. Like, I mean, the result of that is nothing. But then they don't loan money like to push what they want to do with their life, which is actually beneficial for them.
It's not about the being, I mean, it's not about the resources, but it's about being resourceful. Work
Yes.
work with what you have. I was having a meeting earlier with Josh De La Rosa, a podcaster also from Thailand. He started with a phone, a smartphone.
Right.
And this week we're gonna do an episode. I mean, I'm gonna do an episode with him. So this is his what 6th, 7th episode. Smartphone, man, smartphone, and he doesn't have a camera. He doesn't have the podcast is on audio format now, no video.
Mhm.
But he's doing it, man. He's doing it. So
Yeah.
I mean, again, if
Damn.
you think about it, if you analyze it too much, I don't have the proper equipment. I don't have the studio. I don't have the foam, acoustic panel, whatever. I mean, yeah, you can start in not in the bathroom, no, mag-echo talaga, but you can start in the closet. I mean, yung closet.
Yeah, full of
That
clothes.
way you
right?
Yeah, you have the mic, you have no echo, and it's a good place to do maybe 45 minutes, 30 minutes, or 60 minutes of the podcast. And my podcast, by the way, is a solo podcast. So I just throw in some ideas and information and awareness to the listeners. And I don't have guests on my podcast, but next week, this coming tomorrow, it's gonna be my 67th episode.
Right.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Good.
Congrats.
Thanks, man.
While we're at it, when we're talking about the learning process, right? I'm so sorry, Madam Nilin, because we forgot the record again on Zencaster. But
I
I
love
mean, we
it.
can
I
always
love
take
it.
the audio of the video, and maybe it won't sound as good on Spotify. But I mean, we're doing it. It's a learning process, bros.
Yep.
Also, I have a question, right? Like, so I don't know if can I share like kind of your background, Tim and Keps, or no?
Yeah, man. Go for it.
Yeah, man. Sure.
All right, so because Tim and Keps, they've been they're childhood friends, right? Like we've known each other since we were like Tim. I've known him since I was like 4, and Keps I've known him since I was like 10 or something like that. And like I've seen them grow throughout the years, but you guys want to share your background stories na lang na parang when you guys
You do
moved
it,
here
man.
to Baguio. All right, fine. I might cry. But no, but Tim and Keps said they didn't finish college due to different circumstances, and everybody has different kinds of backgrounds, but they weren't able to finish college, and they started working early. I think especially Keps, right? Keps started working earlier than Tim, and they've made big moves in their lives. Like they moved out of the city so that they could get more experience or get out of the comfort zone and grow. But I think you guys should share your story instead, like when you first started working, gonna share your experiences, so that for people who are gonna listen, at least they know the parang motivation of what to do or how you felt at the time, ganun.
You wanna go first?
You do it. Ladies
Sure.
girls.
Yeah. God damn. All right. Slight jab, but I'll take it. But yeah, man. I remember first going to Baguio. My God, when you go into a new place, you're just a random ass face. You don't know anyone. No one knows you,
Right.
and you barely have any money, and you don't know what to do. It was such a leap of faith, especially for me. I can't speak on behalf of others, but like going into a new place without any money, with no at least goals at the time, dude, it was hell, man. Like, yeah, that's the portion of my life where I had learned the most, because days where you could not eat 3 times a day. Sometimes I'd go like 3 days straight without eating, and then I'd be so glad just to have a meal on the next, right, dude? Yeah, but it taught me a lot.
Right. I remember. But that was your first job, diba? Here in Baguio, tama ba?
No,
Like,
so I took a
full-time.
job. Yeah, full time, man. That was my first job. I didn't even know what I wanted to be, man. But
Well, yeah, it was so
Yeah.
funny. It was like it happened out of nowhere. Remember, we were talking like for a week lang, and you're like, you know what? Maybe I should just move to Baguio as well.
yeah, no, because I remember at the time Keps was already in Baguio.
Yeah,
and we had
yeah,
already
yeah.
planned this, and it was just my move to make. And eventually I did, yeah. And then, yeah. Keps
Those
was like my
ano,
mini
yeah.
dad at the time, man.
Yeah, man. I remember, like I would give you guys like that was yeah. Go see it.
You just hopped on a bus, no, and just went, "Fuck it, let's go."
Man, it
Yeah,
wasn't
man.
even a bus, bro. We took a UV.
Oh,
Yeah.
We took a UV.
Wait, that's
with,
better.
With Tim's stuff, like everything is in there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine like how many like 18 years worth of life in the in the
In one box, man. Yeah. That was crazy.
Tim like had no money. I had to help him get by. Like he would ask me like, "Yo man, where can I get these papers?" Ganyan ganyan. So of course I had to help him. I gave him some canned
Yeah.
food pa, man, just so the little support I could give for someone who's been staying in Baguio for a while, when he just literally like he's clueless about the place and he just came there. Pero yun, Keps,
Yep.
maybe you should share from the time that you started working. Maybe you should give your like mindset, ganon, how you felt at the time.
Oh, okay. So it started when I was in first year college. I was 16 years old. So, I was happy-go-lucky because I'm under my parents' wealth pa. I'm just, going around, fucking around. And then until such time they told me na I couldn't go to school because we didn't have the expenses for that. So then, at the age of 16 years old, I was already looking for work. I was so obsessed with getting work because I really wanted to study. I was trying to be a working student, but I had no luck. So when I hit 18 years old, 1 week after my birthday, I already applied. And my resume only consisted of my
High school diploma.
my high school diploma and just the college, the undergraduate. It just says there, undergraduate of college, BS psychology. And then my skills, I just made it up. I'm fluent in like that and like this, but I wasn't. So I applied for a job with just that, and then somehow I got accepted, and then started working from that to there. And I wasn't able to save money because out of all the times na I had no job, I wasn't in school. I wanted to bawi to myself. So I spent so much shit on, like clothes, shoes, like that. I saved
Drugs
nothing.
and alcohol. No, no, no. Sige, go.
There, then after a while, I'm having family problems. It was really going down. So I resigned out of my work, and I only had 12,000, and I went to Baguio with just 12,000 pesos. No home, nothing. I only had Anton as my like information where to get house and like that.
Hmm.
And then there, I just made it work with just 12,000. Burning my bridge, so I have no choice but to make shit happen at Baguio. And somehow, from there it started going good until I went back home with some stuff, I would say.
There was, it's cool, like from my perspective, right, to see you guys grow. Cause like when Kerps first moved, he was in like, if you get, do you know Aurora Hill?
Yeah.
He fucking lived in Aurora Hill, man. You had to take like a jeep that's 24 hours to get to town, ganon. And then it's like far, man. It wasn't that good of a place, but at least he had the place to stay, right? Tangina, I would buy him pancit canton every weekend, man. We'll stock up
Oh,
on his
yeah.
fucking
It's like,
house.
there was a week na I had no food. Anton doesn't have money either. So he just asked me, "Can you pass by my house? I'll give you like canned
Bigas,
goods and
bigas, man.
noodles."
Big ass.
Big
Yeah, me too.
And then me, I had no money even for pamasahe. So I had to utang with my roommates nun. I utang like 20 pesos just to go to Anton's and then get the canned goods, pancit canton, and then went back home. Exacto, I had 4 pesos left for the whole week until my pay, the trainee pay something.
Yeah.
And I walked every day from Saitel to Aurora and then just eat like one meal a day. And afterwards, once I got my pay na, I just managed it well.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm thinking. Like, you guys were able to do it. Like, it's the starting part kasi that's hard eh. To think about it na parang, tangina, I don't have money. Wala akong pera to start with. Ganyan, ganyan. But sometimes you just really have to take that leap of faith, right? But,
Oh yeah.
Sir Bob, I wanna ask, like, when you started working, did you start working at the age of 18 also? Like, you moved out of the house also and stuff like that?
13. It was from grade 6 and then going to high school that the reality and poverty of life slapped me in the face. And then I was excited. I was a young boy excited. Bakit di pa tayo bumibili ng school uniform, ng shoes, ng notebooks ko? And then my mom told me that, anak, hindi mo na kita ma-enroll this year. Bakit? Wala akong pera eh. So instead of feeling bad, I paused for a few minutes and then sabi ko, magagalit ba ako or gagawan ko na ng paraan? So the second one won. Sabi ko, gagawan ko na ng paraan. So at 13, I start because my mom at that time works in NAIA as a janitress. And then inside of the airport, there's a canteen for employees. So I started working there at 13. Boy. taga ligpit nung kinainan, busboy, taga bilit, taga timplang taga. Alright, so it lasted for like a few months. And then from there it went on and on, like different odd jobs. I used to work as a furniture, yung nag-uukit ng pinto tsaka ng mga yung wood carving. So I worked there. Special offer house to house. Mrs., magandang umaga, meron po kaming special offer. So the whole Laguna inikot namin yan. And then I also worked in Minute Burger. You guys might be familiar with Minute Burger.
That's
Yung
the
6
shit.
months.
Hell yeah.
And then the dream
Man,
the dream is Minute Burger, because from what I heard in San Pablo City, Laguna, where I was born, so I'm actually from San Pablo City, Laguna. Sabi nila, when you're from Minute Burger, automatic yan, hired ka agad sa Jollibee niyan. Alright? So sabi ko, uy, nice. So I finished my 5th month or 6th month with Minute Burger, and I don't know. I cannot remember for some reason. I did not go with Jollibee, and then and then I think 17, 18 years old. That's when I landed in radio when I was 18 years old. So early on, before 18, I was working different odd jobs.
Right. It's about it was the hustle life at that point, right?
That
Hell
right?
yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask something, Sir Bob. So like, going back a bit, right? Of course, at that point, you thought like at a young age, like you were the shit and everything like that. I just wanted to know, like, did you ever feel pressured, or did you ever think to yourself like, oh, yung ginagawa ng iba kong kabatch, they're doing some great stuff, ganyan. Have you ever compared yourself to other people like that?
I don't know, man. I don't know how my mom raised me as an individual, as a young boy. But even when I was like kid, because in my religion, there's no birthday, there's no New Year, there's no holidays or Christmas. So even at that grade, I mean, 4 years old, 5 years old, normally you would want to, have like a cake or a balloon if it's your birthday. But from that age, early on, spot on, bakit sila may cake, may birthday party, ako wala. There's nothing like that. So, when I was 13, I was kind of laser focused on, okay, kailangan kong kumita ng pera para ako mismo, hindi na ako ipoproblemahan ng airmats ko. Kasi, magkano lang naman kinikita ng airmats. So, at least yung pangkain ko siguro, or baka makapagbigay 200, 300, 400, okay na ako. So, there's no looking on your peers. There's no pressure. The pressure is you gotta make money at that time. So I think that's good. That's one of the many reasons and qualities that helped me through that journey at that time, navigating that hardship and struggles and shit. So
That's actually amazing. And also regarding your question, diba, you were asking Sir Bob if he was comparing himself to others at that age.
Yeah.
Me, when I was 16, I was comparing myself all the time to my friends, like you guys, na si ano ganito, ganyan. And I felt like I actually had an opportunity to work in Jollibee or McDo, ganon. But I didn't take it because I had this pride na I went from an international school. Now I'm just working in Jollibee and McDo. And I kicked myself like in the ass for that I didn't take it because I felt like if I took that job at the age of 16, I had better core values
Right.
at the present moment. I feel like I could have done so much more if I started doing that, and then up to this age, like my ceiling is so much higher. But because of my pride, I didn't take that. I was arrogant on my first job because I didn't land somewhere much lower. I mean, I'm not saying na you should look at the people working in Jollibee parang mababaw ganon. But
less, yeah.
kasi the people working in Jollibee and McDo, if they just learn certain skills, they can work in call centers that can pay them, twice as much as what they're earning. So like to
Right.
those people, like shout out to those people because the hard work that they give for that job is amazing. And I wanted to have that to
Yeah.
myself, but I didn't.
I think me and Tim had like a drunk conversation about this, diba? When remember that, Tim, when you thought that I was looking down on BPOs.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember that conversation, and when we did talk about that also includes yun nga, fast food workers, even janitors, man. Like after going through life, 'cause when I was a spoiled little shit when I was a teenager, you'd honestly, coming from an international school, and let's be honest, the tuition was extremely high,
It was,
right, for an international school, right? So you kind of have this standard,
Yeah,
if
like-
you will, right? You kind of look at them with a condescending eye, right? Those people who work at fast food restaurants. But when I went through life, man, those people are just trying to feed their families, pay their bills, just trying to hustle, man. And you just all you got to do is just give them respect. So, and
Yeah.
pardon me for my camera. But go ahead.
when I was younger, that's how I felt talaga. Like no filter, I'm an asshole back then. We weren't even rich, but if you work in Jollibee like that, it's like my mind, there's something in my mind that says, "Nah, I shouldn't be like you." But right now, like
Yeah.
at this age, even though I never worked there, I give the biggest shout out to those people. Like for me, if you work in Jollibee like that or the fast food, your ceiling for your success and growth is so much higher than anyone who didn't work there at all.
Right. So just for context, people will think I actually look down on BPO workers. Or like, no, that wasn't.
What are you doing?
That wasn't the conversation. I think the conversation was like, wouldn't I rather go to Korea and like take an opportunity to teach English than to be a BPO ganon. That was the conversation, but it was a drunk conversation as well. I don't look that because honestly, we all have the same mindset because we like came from the same school, right? But when I went to college, kasi when I went to Manila, they teach you kasi I went to a prestigious school din kasi sa Manila. And usually people or like the students there when they graduate, right? They expect to be like a manager kasi it's hard to get in the school and like you pay a lot. But then the first thing they teach you, yung mga prof namin, is like you have to understand that life is a humbling experience talaga. Like you have to start somewhere. You can't be like a manager agad. So you have to experience the lows so that you can grow, and then that's when you'll get to the highest part of your life, and then that's when you like paano ba, you'll respect the people that that works BPOs, that works Jollibee, yung mga ganun, kasi it makes life work eh. They feed their families, and that's the cycle of life. For you to be able to experience the high, you gotta experience the low, and then that's when you'll start growing. Pero again, which leads me to my next question also pala for Tony. Is your first job in San Miguel? We talked about this on the last episodes.
Yeah, actually that was my first job. It was also in Baguio. For some reason we just keep going back to Baguio.
We'll all end up in Baguio.
Good
someday.
place, man.
Pero when you first landed the job in San Miguel, were you shocked to be like, would you say you were earning more than you would have expected for your first job? Ganon.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I was applying for different like jobs here in Pampanga, and honestly, like it was low. Of course, you have expectations din naman, diba, of what you'll get, ganyan. And starting off, because I graduated marketing, I had the expectation. I knew I had an idea like what I'd get, and I felt like it was lower than what I expected. So like getting that job in Baguio and San Miguel was like really good for me, especially for the growth, because man, it was so hard, man, especially in Baguio. Sometimes just
Especially, I think you were working like endless hours talaga there, diba? Parang hard work talaga.
yeah, like because a bit of context, it's a bit hard for sales in San Miguel sa Baguio, because usually you deal mostly with bars. So like bar owners, they open late, the bars, so bar owners come in late too, like at 6 p.m. So syempre kailangan mo silang habulin eh. So that part, it's rough when you have to go home at like 12 ganyan. But it's good because it builds teamwork. Then you're kind of hanging out with your workmates, diba? So yeah, the growth is really good.
You get free beer? Sorry, random question.
No, we have to pay for
The
it.
people
You
who
must,
do want to
right?
work in like
Right. Dude, if you get free beer, sign me up, man. Dude, I'm sold.
Hindi, pero for real.
Just give you,
Also, on like my experience, right? Like it's not on a working point of view, but I came from Manila kasi I used to study in Manila for college, right? I don't know if it's like elitist talaga na mindset eh. But I used to study in Manila. It was like a prestigious school, and then one day I had to move here to Baguio because of certain choices nga. I had to change path in my life, and when I first moved to Baguio and moved to the school here, it's like at first I was thinking like, tangina, this is a downgrade, man. Like what the fuck am I doing here? The people I'm gonna be hanging out with, like they don't know what it's about, ganyan. We're not on the same like level, ganyan. That's what I used to think, right? But man, every time I like talk to my classmates, ganon, like some people would say, gusto ko lang mag-graduate talaga para tumigil na yung tatay ko magbenta ng fishball, ganon. Like, you know, you see them working extra hard eh. And honestly, to see that part of life, kasi some people, they never really get exposed to that eh. So they're actually clueless to it. It's not that they don't like it, it's that they've never been exposed to it, so parang they don't know what that side of life is, you know. But yun, ever since I moved here, like, I've humbled up a lot. Like, I'm not flexing anything, and there's nothing like that anymore, kasi people are different, but people are on, like, we're on the same train eh. It's just life. Like, you're just trying to make it, you're trying to like feed your families, you know, trying to achieve a goal. So yeah, that's just my point. That's my perspective of this whole thing.
Just
Can I
to
add
go off
something about that?
topic. Sige, sir.
I'll just add something real quick. Like in Baguio, right? It's such a cool place, right? It's so cold, it's so chill. But man, there's some days, man. It's
There
it's
are
just
days, yeah.
a depressing vibe. Like I go out the street and I'm just like, yeah,
No offense
you
to the
feel that,
people who are
yeah.
like Baguio locals, but
yeah.
from the place where we were from, it's lively every day. Parang
Yeah,
suntukan on
every
the street
day.
like that. It's like,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true, that's
people are
true.
drinking. You always hear people drink. Like, it's lively. It's a really lively like vibe. Tapos parang
Talk-
you know, you move here, it's chill. Senti vibes kasi, like, that kind of shit. Eh.
Yeah, just talking about the weather in Baguio. It's cold there, right, Ton? You're in Baguio. Why are you sweating a lot, bro?
Yeah. Look at his
Is
face.
something
man.
wrong?
Your face is shining.
Every
Yeah.
time we do like a podcast, I start sweating on my forehead.
No, the reason you're sweating is because you think we're being monitored, man. It's okay. We're not being monitored, bro. No filters
fine.
anymore.
No managers anymore. Except for Madam Nilin. Sorry again for the Zencaster thing. Pero yan, Sir Bob, like as of now, right, you've gone through that radio station phase. What is your occupation right now? What have you been doing recently?
I'm unemployed, which means I do a business. So
I see.
I started that 2014, 5 years going 6 years now, and this is what we do now. It's an import export business of wellness products. We have over 200 branches in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and 20 plus branches internationally. And recently, during this pandemic season, we opened an office in Melbourne because we have one in Sydney. So we opened one office in Melbourne, which is I think a plane ride away from Melbourne. I mean from Sydney, and then one in UK, London. So yeah, I don't have a job.
Right. So it's more of like
I'm
self-employed
unemployed.
stuff, yeah. Technically,
There are
it's
two
not,
types
it's
of
self-employed.
unemployed, eh?
That's what it's called. Eh.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
I think it's more of like self-employed than unemployed naman. Eh.
I think there are two types of. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's just that we okay. Self-employed is people who are self-employed. They want to think they're entrepreneurs, they're business people. Okay, let me break that down for you really quick. Okay, self-employed, barbero, dentista, yun ang papaanak. Pag walang ginupitan yung barbero, walang kita yan. Yung dentista, pag walang binunutan yan, walang kita yan. Yung nagpapaanak, pag walang buntis na mga anak, walang kita yan. So, being entrepreneur or being in the business world, if you cannot leave your business for 60 to 90 days alone, I mean, if you cannot leave that, and you're not there physically and it should be working, kung hindi nangyayari yun, you're not a businessman, you're not an entrepreneur, you are a self-employed. Tindahan, pag nagsarado ka,
Okay.
30 days, tindahan, wala kang kitain. So just a little bit of a background right there. So and business people and entrepreneurs just like me, we want to look for that leverage that the business can actually provide to you. So meaning if I'm, I don't know, 45, 50, maybe after 10 years, 55, I can just chill, man. I can just really do nothing, like nothing, and still get an income from the business that I built, So that's the idea. Like Lushutan, sino yan? SM. Nakita mo ba sa department store si Luciutan or do sa grocery? Wala naman, di ba? But the
Yeah.
business is working, di ba? 24/7 yung ibang mga shops nila or stores nila in different parts of the Philippines. So that's the idea of whether if it's a SME or small, medium, large business. That's what we want to get out of the business, the leverage.
I see.
Henry
And
Caesar.
also, I have a shout out. Like to people who are planning to be unemployed. There are two types of unemployed here. It's Sir Bob and me. If you're gonna be unemployed, strive to be Sir Bob and not me.
I love that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But from the time that you finished, that's 7 years, am I correct? Or 13 years in the radio station?
Yeah, after 2005, I got a call from my cousin. Bro, I need you here in Dubai. So 2 years, I flew in here, and then there's no orientation, there's nothing. So I culture shock. And then that job, I mean the Dubai career lasted for a year or two, and then I went back home 2010 2011, and then at that time when I was in Manila, I want to get that feeling of the radio again. So I landed in dubbing. Korean novela, Mexican novela, cartoons, anime. I was working with ABS-CBN, Channel 5, and Channel 7. And, I do voiceover for radio and TV commercials. So I am the voice. If there are any Ayala cinemas in Baguio, I think there's one in Marquee Mall, Pampanga.
There is,
So if you watch a movie in Marquee Mall, Pampanga, which is Ayala Cinemas, right before the movie starts, ako yung maririnig mo doon. And it's a safety guidelines, maraming linya. But the last part, I think that's the only part that I can remember now. It says, now sit back, relax, and enjoy the movie. Ayala Mall Cinema, Beyond Movie.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, if I go to the cinema and that shit plays, I'm gonna stand up and tell people, kilala ko yun, man!
Si Bob yan, boy!
So yeah, and then the radio station, because now we have a Filipino radio station right here. They called me for that spot 2013, and then up until a year and a half ago when I left radio. So all in all, that's 13 years, and now we do business, we do podcasting, we do online shows, and yeah, almost everything is online. We don't have to go out. Pag lumabas ka rin kasi gasolina, parking, everything. So yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you wanna, Tim? You wanna give like a sample of your voiceover audition, man?
Oh, give me a line, man. Give me a line.
Man, just Tagalog anime dub, man. Just try it.
Yeah, Naruto.
Power level niya, 9,000. That's all I've got, man.
Paano yan?
Ang lakas. For all the viewers watching.
Pretty sure that's anime, right? That's anime.
You kind of remind me of Basti Artadi, the younger version. Si diba? Parang si Basti.
I've actually received that once, man. And it was at a gas station pa naman. He told me, Sana, you look like the younger version of Basti. I was like, who? And then he showed me a picture. And yes, he did have a smartphone while he was pumping in gas, man.
He's just like, hey, man, check this out, bro.
Yeah.
It's like iPhone X. Yeah, homie.
Isn't that like a hazard? No? Okay.
Even face
Yeah, I know, right?
recognition.
He doesn't
did
even
that.
care, no? There's like a sign that literally says there the phone, and then there's like
No phone, yeah.
phone. It's like, yeah, homie, and it's like right behind there, no? But sir, congratulations on flourishing through life, man. That's like really inspiring especially for the listeners who are kind of lost and they don't know what to do. It's super inspiring for us to hear your story. Yeah.
True.
So really, congratulations on that. Do you
Thanks,
have,
man.
do you have future goals on life itself very soon? Ganon.
A farm. I would want to have a farm with the house, and then on the other side, my man cave, which is another maybe studio, home theater / bar / sports cafe. So
Right.
yeah. Well, we wanna. Well, as of now, I'm not that old, but we want to impact more people, and hopefully I can leave a footprints before I go, man. So yeah, I'm only 41. I'm doing the grind, doing the hustle, and we want to grow the business more. As of now, we have three offices right here in UAE, which is Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and Fujairah. So the business is doing good. We now launched right even before pandemic, we launched a system that each and every business partner can use online by the phone or by an iPad or laptop. So it's a new brave world out there, and you got to really keep up of what's the world is changing really really fast, so you got to really keep up, and you just got to understand that at the end of the day, when you're in your bedroom on your bed, that no help is gonna come, no cavalry, no rescue, it's you. So as early as now, decide what do you really want to happen to your life within the next at least 3 to 5 years. What do I want to achieve? What are my goals? What are my target? Ganito na lang ba parate? Lagi akong naka-survival mode, kapos lagi, bitin lagi. So ask yourself, and then again, know yourself better than anyone else. Where am I good at? Saan ba ako magaling? Magaling ba ako mag-bake? Magaling ba ako mag-drawing? Magaling ba akong... I don't know, man. I mean, you gotta know yourself better than anyone else. And if you find that, do it better than anyone. Find something that you like, you love maybe, and do it better than anyone else.
Right.
Just to ask, do you have kids already?
No, single, man. But I got a girlfriend. She has 8-year-old and 11 years old. So it's an instant family, and I love them so much. So yeah, I'm technically what Tito Bob or dad, or I don't know, man. I don't know.
Congratulations on that as well.
I have a follow-up question for that. Are you sure
Yep.
you don't want to adopt me?
Maybe have like a
Panawan,
23-year-old kid. But
I'm good, man. I'm with my 2 kids. So
Yeah.
Nice try, nice
Worth
try.
a shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you tried, right? That's
What
what
do
you
you
said.
say?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
that line?
Have
You miss
initiative.
all the shots you don't take. Yeah, something like that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
speaking about his advice, right? In 3 to 5 years, you gotta have a goal. What are your guys' goals in 3 to 5 years? Where do you see yourself? Any of you?
You just put
Get
us on
rich.
the spot, no, Tim?
Get cocaine and hoes. And
Yeah, you tell them, man. Fucking tell 'em.
Yeah, but for real. What are your goals in 3 to 5 years?
You know,
you know what?
what?
Now that you
You're
ask
making
that,
us have an existential crisis.
Yeah,
Planning.
man.
Oh,
I'm reflecting on my life. dude.
you suddenly start crying. I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah.
But on
But no,
my
in-
part, right? On my part, in 3 to 5, actually, in 4 years' time, hopefully, I'm already a doctor by then. So yeah, that's my goal so far. And again, because I really, really love this podcast. Sana, this podcast has grown, and we can share more shit about life on this podcast. And hopefully, we don't run out of topics because it's such a general topic, life. Yun, really, that's really how I see things in 4 years. How about you guys?
there's so many topics to bash on, man. You
Yeah,
haven't
man.
started.
Yeah.
Oh,
One by one, we gotta bash them. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Honestly, there's a lot of things we have to talk about. What about you?
But
Tim?
it-
Where do you see yourself? 4 years.
Man, in 4 years, I don't have a clear-cut goal as to what it will be, but I honestly will do my best to make my, or at least in some form, make my passion or turn it into work as well,
Which is
right? Because in music, that's like my shit, kasi.
Yeah.
So at least whether it be the littlest amount or the largest amount possible, I'll honestly do my best to try to transition that into
something that
part of my work life. Yeah.
At least it's at least something you can start it. Ganun.
Yeah, man. Gotta get my foot into the door and just work from there.
Right. We can talk about that after. But how about you, Keps?
Oh, me? Based on reality and my attitude towards things, I think I'll end up in jail. So yeah, me right now I don't have any plans at all. I'm not looking 4 years forward. I'm looking at myself each and every day. I'm checking what am I doing wrong, what's wrong with my attitude, and I'm trying to fix that. Once I have myself in control, then maybe I can start planning for myself and for everyone else around me also.
Right.
That's me,
Mm.
21 years old. That was that time. During that time, 21, 22. I lived for the moment.
Mm.
So way to go, man. Way to
He's like, but remember, 21 years ago, I thought
what
I was
a
stupid,
way to
bro.
start the new
Yeah.
year, right?
Yeah.
It's like 21 years ago, I thought I was stupid, but good, man. How about you, Tony?
It's good,
What's
no?
your goals, bro?
Actually, I don't have, I don't have a clear goal on what I want to do. Although I do want to start, like writing again, having a feel for it.
Right.
Just try and get into that.
Just
Maybe
for,
get
ano
something
pala,
out of it then. So
For context pala, the listeners, if you've started watching from season 1, we were talking about dreams ba? When we were younger. Tony actually wanted to be a writer, a journalist. So
Oh.
he didn't get into that line of work. But if he wants to go for it, then good luck to you, man. Good luck on that future endeavor.
Even I didn't.
Can I add
Oh, go ahead,
something? And to you too, I mean, for the benefit of like us, each and every one of us right here on the podcast, and
Sure,
the
sure.
listeners, and people who's going to be downloading this and watching this. That okay. Here's the thing with goals and dreams and whatnot. I've seen a seminar, and then there's of course somebody a speaker. All right. So sabi niya, sir, ikaw pag kumikita ka na, what do you wanna buy? All right. BMW. Ah, nice. Sports car ba yan, sir? O yung four-door? Siyempre, sports car. Anong model? Anong year? Anong series? Anong makina niyan? Anong kulay? Hindi na nakasagot yung guy. So sabi niya, see, that's the problem. When I ask you kung anong gusto mo, you gotta be specific. Why is it that if it's a phone, if it's a laptop, if it's an iPad, lahat ng specs kaya mo isa-isahin sa akin eh. But if it's like house and lot, condo, business, enterprise, negosyo, kotse, luxury cars, hindi mo sa akin masagot. That's why hindi mo nakukuha kasi you're not specific with your goals. Now, number 2 is writing them down. Very, very few people in this world, in this population, people who are actually writing down, listing down what do they want to happen in 3 to 5 years. So, just a little advice for the listeners, the millennials. Write down what you really want to happen within the next couple of years, 4 or 5 years. And after that, you go back to that list, and ilan na ba dito yung na-checkan ko at nangyari? And you'll be surprised. 80 to 90% of the time, lahat yun na-checkan mo na. Which means lahat yun, almost nangyari lahat. So you gotta be really specific, write it down, and then I think the next one, or maybe the third one, is usually, as baduy as it may sound, pare, vision board, or yung tinatawag na dream board. Every time sa kisame ng kama mo, sa pintuan ng bahay nyo bago ka lumabas, or sa bahay nyo pag nagsisipilyo ka, siguro kahit bond paper lang muna, kung ano lang muna, kita, how much money do you want to make on a monthly basis? How much money do you want to earn on a I don't know, quincenas, or in 1 year, annually? Okay. After that, do I need to get a car? Do I need to get a new laptop for my podcast? Do I need to get equipment? Write it down. Kailangan ko ng Sennheiser microphone, whatever, SM7B or whatever. Kailangan ko ng SLR. Kailangan ko ng... You write it down. You know why? Because it becomes more clearer to you every day pag nakikita mo siya. Ngayon, eto, maraming, there's a lot of discussions and, negative and bashers about the whole idea. Mindset mo lang kami, china-char-char mo lang kami. Fine, sige, ganito. Ayaw mo maniwala if it's a good thing. Ganito, magkaroon tayo ng kasunduan. Every day before you go out of the house, before you go to work, sa salamin ng bahay nyo, i-recite mo to every day. May cancer ako, may cancer ako, may cancer ako, may cancer ako. Gagawin mo yan for 90 days. And typically, they would say, ayoko nga. See? Diba? Takot ka kasi baka nga mangyari. Pag nagpa-check up ka, may cancer ka. Why not? Doon sa mga bagay na magaganda, ayaw mong paniwalaan. Pero doon sa pangit na bagay na magkaka-cancer ka, you kind of somehow believe, ayoko nga, baka magkatotoo. See? So that's the problem. China-char mo lang kami, mina-mindset mo lang kami. I'm like, go ahead. By all means, do it your way.
Right.
And there's so much psychology.
Additional to truth, to some degree of truth of that. Okay, I got into business 2014, September 19. After 2 years and 8 months, I bought my Range Rover Evoque right here. So I'm driving a Range Rover Evoque right here in Dubai, UAE. I used to have an old hard drive. Sabi ko, ano ba naman ito? Ang tagal na nito. Sabi ko, I think this was my first trip to Dubai 2008. Bro, pagbukas ko nung hard drive, may isang folder doon. When I click that folder, tumayo yung balahibo ko. Ibig sabihin pala, right before siguro going to Dubai or 2008, when I see these cars, nasabi ko gusto ko to, yung isang folder, bro, punong-puno ng Range Rover cars. Meron naka-skirt, may naka-mugs, may naka-lowered, meron malaki gulong, may ibang pintura. Alam mo yung minodified na?
Yeah.
Sabi ko, holy shit! Tapos pagtingin ko sa parking, andun yung Range Rover ko. So before, siguro the word that we use is gusto ko yun, gusto ko yun. But it's now in the business world, in the entrepreneur people, it's the law of attraction. You know why? Nakasakay ka na ng jeep minsan na yung nasa isip mo kinakanta ng katabi mo.
Yeah.
Minsan may nangyari gano'n. Parang, uy, kinakanta ko sa isip ko. And then sometimes, kung kailan ka nagmamadali, naiwan mo yung susi. Kung kailan ka naiihi or na number 2, puta, may tao sa banyo. May mga ganon. So it's your anxiety, your subconscious na thinking. So it's happening. Hindi mo lang siguro napapansin kasi naging regular na sa'yo. It becomes a natural thing to you na, lagi naman ako na-relate. Alam mo, hindi alin tipong meeting or school or whatever. Hindi na ako malilate. Well, guess what? Kinabukasan, late ka pa rin. Even how you say those things, kailangan the next day, aagahan ko na instead of hindi na ako malilate. So these are, simple things that we can apply in life on a daily basis that a lot of us are neglecting. Wala naman yan. It's just words. I don't know if you're familiar with Conor McGregor, yung laban niya with Aldos dos Santos or I forgot.
Jose Aldo.
Yung you will overextend and I will hit you with my left and then you're gonna be knocked out. Bro, ang binabasa niyang book, The Secret. The Secret talks about law of attraction.
Right.
Damn.
So,
In 14 seconds it happened.
Yeah.
Exactly the I don't know, one of the fastest knockout in the UFC.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
also, that brings me back again to the people who listened to the last episode. If you haven't, go and listen to it on Spotify, or you can check it out on this video right here on the page.
Mini plug. Yeah.
Mini plug, shameless plug. But when you're trying to achieve something, people will say shit about you. Who gives a fuck, right? It's your goal. It's your journey. So fuck those people, man. Who gives a fuck, man? Just do what you wanna do. Don't let people affect you because you're trying to achieve something. Because at least you're working hard on yourself, right? You're working on growth. You're working on improving yourself. So fuck those people. Not unless you're like a bum at home, man. Like you're not absolutely not doing anything. Then fuck you. But
Wala ka, fuck you, wala ka.
I just want to give credit to what Sir Bob said. You change your negative reinforcements to positive reinforcements.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
maybe there will be changes in your life.
and
That's
like,
very good.
This is applicable to anything that you want to do in life. It's not just it's not just business. It's not just work. You could apply it anything in life, really.
It's like in public speaking, di ba? Instead of parang reinforcing to yourself na ayokong mapahiya, why not? Confident ako.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
That's
I'm
right.
the shit.
Like, the switch.
There you go.
Is day and night.
Yeah.
It's not actually being arrogant, sabi, yabang naman ito. And that's the mentality that the problem with Filipinos.
Filipinos.
When you ask someone, pare, kamusta negosyo? Eto, pare, booming, payaman ng payaman. Yabang naman ito. Si Raulo ka pala, nagtanong ka eh. Diba? Ngayon, kinagalit ko sa sagot ko.
Yeah.
Diba? So, yeah, guys, totoo yun. As baduy as it may sound, you cannot have a positive life with a negative mindset. Totoo yan. Now, all the positive people are actually right here, up here. And all the negative people are down here. Now, why did I say that? na-experience mo na, may kausap ka, okay ka naman yung araw na yun, tapos nagkwento siya ng problema niya sa'yo, pagkatapos niyo maghiwalay, ang bigat ng pakiramdam mo. That's because it's energy. Guys, this table is solid, okay? But on a molecular level, pag sinilip mo to, moving to. Okay? Moving to. Ang katawan ng tao, it's all about energy. We have electrons, protons, and neutrons. Pag sinilip mo yung cell ng tao, moving yan. Ultimo dugo ng tao, moving yan. It's all about energy. Kaya nga again, di ba? Let's say, not with you guys. Sa 5 magtotropa, sa 6 na magtotropa, meron ka isang close na close. Meron namang sa 5 magtotropa, iwanan mo na yan, huwag mo nasama yan. Ano yan? Bad trip yung kasama. Tama ba?
Sad boy.
You like the energy of that guy. You want to hang around with that person because I mean, you know, I don't know if it makes you feels good. Okay yung conversation nyo with you guys are the same, you know, level-headed. So hindi ka naman makikipagtropa talaga sa hindi mo guys, sino kasama ng mga mahihilig sa yosi? Mahilig sa yosi. Sino kasama ng mahilig sa sabong? Mahilig sa sabong. Sino kasama ng mga manginginom, mahilig sa tato? Sila din. Diba? So, our moms used to tell us na, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. But my version of that is, show me who your friends are and I'll show you your future.
Yeah,
It just makes sense, man. It just makes sense.
Yun, anyway, we've been going on the podcast for an hour and about 10 minutes now, so I think we have to end this soon. We could have a second episode with Sir Bob because again, we're super
Hell
open
yeah.
to inviting guests, and if you guys love it, then we're gonna have it again. But as we end this, please check down the links down below. You can see Sir Bob's podcast down there. It's linked down below. That's the 4th project. You could also check out our links for Spotify, Google Podcast, Anchor, and Breaker, Radio Public. You can check it out all there. Every episode gets uploaded every Wednesday because we do the lives every Sunday. So always check us out. And also, I want to give a huge shout out on like the stream or on Spotify. It's my mom's birthday, so happy birthday, ma.
Hey, happy
you.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
You're an amazing person. Thank you for raising us well, and thank you for working hard for our family all the time. I love you. Yeah. So again, this was the episode of the Good AM Project. Please check us out for another time. Definitely, we're gonna have Sir Bob again because we love this podcast. Like, we love this episode.
Hell yeah.
It was chill as fuck. It was inspiring. It was very, knowledgeable. So thank you again. This was the Good AM Project. Let's take our leave, Sir Bob. You have.
Thank you so much, Sir Bob.
Well, congratulations to the podcast. Congratulations to you guys. Like I said, you guys
Thank
are
you.
the bomb. You guys are making the shit happen this 2021. And let's just put the right amount of good energy, the right good vibes out there this month. Hindi na pala January, February na pala. So, yeah, try to be more consistent. If this is what you really want to do, guys, for a long term and you're in it for a long term, well, yeah, I don't know how often do you guys upload, like twice a week, 3 times a week, but yeah, make shit happens, and who knows, diba? And of course, another currency nowadays, this new generation is the connection. Try to message people, try to connect with them, try to talk to them, have meetings with them, and ask, what do you guys do this pandemic? Because a lot of people are doing a lot of things, and they're generating income, and they're making income streams that are not there before the crisis and the corona. So we might learn a thing or two from these people. So try to connect with more people, and that's the currency nowadays. Connection, man. Connections. Congratulations again, guys. You guys are great, awesome, and love to be here, man.
Again,
Yeah.
this is, Sir Bob
Sure.
from the 4th Project.
Likewise.
Check his link down below. That's his podcast. Again, this was your boy Anton Mocalino. It was your host. Say your names, guys. Go take your leave.
Yes, this is Kiefer Santos, known as Kipoy TV on stream. And by the way, make shit happen is not it's not word of the day. That's the word of your everyday. Make shit happen. Coming from Sir Bob.
Right, Tony.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Sir Bob talaga. It's such a fun episode. Please always check out the Good AM Project. It's been so good. Tim?
Yep, this is Tim, aka Suck My Left Nut 420. And in all seriousness, this is one of the best episodes we've had. And thank you, Kuya Bob, personally, because there are definitely some things I am gonna take away from this episode, and I am gonna be applying it. So thank you, honestly.
All right. So again, good night, and thank you guys for listening. Check out the episode on Spotify this Wednesday. See y'all.